What comes to mind when you hear the word samurai? A lone warrior under a cherry blossom tree, maybe. A master swordsman with a code of honor. For centuries, these elite warriors were the heart and soul of Japan. They were scholars, poets, and deadly fighters, living by the code of Bushido. But what happens when the world changes faster than a tradition can keep up? This is the story of the last time the samurai fought for everything they believed in. The year is 1877. Japan is in the middle of a massive transformation known as the Meiji Restoration. The old ways of the shoguns and feudal lords were being swept away, replaced by a modern, centralized government inspired by the West. Railroads were being built, telegraph lines were connecting cities, and a new conscript army, made up of commoners armed with rifles, was replacing the samurai class. For the samurai, this wasn't just a political change, it was an existential crisis. Their swords, once a symbol of their status and soul, were banned in public. Their stipends were cut. Their very identity was being erased. Imagine dedicating your entire life to a code, a skill, and a way of being, only to be told it's obsolete. This was the reality for hundreds of thousands of samurai. And at the center of this storm was one man, Sage Takamori. He's often called the last true samurai. Ironically, Sage was one of the key leaders who helped overthrow the old shogunate and bring the Emperor Meiji to power. He was a hero of the Restoration, but he grew deeply disillusioned with the new government's rapid westernization. He saw it as a betrayal of Japanese spirit and tradition. Sage retreated to his home province of Satsuma, where he founded private military academies. These schools weren't just for training. They were for preserving the samurai way of life. Thousands of disgruntled samurai flocked to him, seeing him as their last hope. Tensions with the central government in Tokyo boiled over. The government, fearing a full-scale rebellion, tried to seize weapons from the Satsuma armory. This was the spark that lit the powder keg. In early 1877, Sage and his army of around 15,000 traditionalist samurai marched north. This was the beginning of the Satsuma Rebellion. It wasn't a fight for power or territory. It was a fight for an ideal. On one side, you had Sage's samurai, armed primarily with swords, spears, and a fierce commitment to Bushido. On the other, the new Imperial Japanese Army, a force of nearly 70,000 conscripts, equipped with modern rifles, cannons, and a Gatling gun. It was tradition versus modernity, the sword versus the rifle. The initial battles were brutal. The samurai, with their superior close-quarters combat skills and unwavering courage, actually won several early engagements. They fought with a ferocity that shocked the imperial forces. At the siege of Kumamoto Castle, a small imperial garrison held off Sage's entire army for weeks, a testament to the power of modern fortifications and firepower. But the samurai's bravery couldn't overcome the sheer numbers and technological superiority of the imperial army. They were constantly outmaneuvered and overwhelmed by artillery. Supply lines were cut, and their numbers dwindled. Pushed back, battle after bloody battle, Sage and his last few hundred followers made their final stand at the Battle of Shiroyama. Here, surrounded and hopelessly outnumbered, the last samurai prepared for their final charge. Sage was mortally wounded during the fighting. According to legend, one of his loyal followers performed the ritual of Keishaku, ending his master's life with honor before he could be captured. With their leader gone, the remaining samurai drew their swords and charged into the imperial lines, embracing death rather than surrender. By the end of the day, the rebellion was over. The age of the samurai had come to a definitive, violent end. The story of the Satsuma Rebellion is a tragedy, but it's also what cemented the legend of the samurai in our collective imagination. It's the ultimate tale of fighting for what you believe in, even in the face of impossible odds. Sage Takamori, the rebel, was eventually pardoned by the emperor and is now remembered as a tragic hero, embodying the spirit and honor of the samurai way. The world moved on, but the story of their last, defiant stand ensures they will never be forgotten. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.